Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another pick a card. My name is Sarah and this is Angel Lily Oracles. As usual, we've got 3 groups here, and for group 1, group 2, and group 3, Apollo Divine Messages, Pele Light Your Fire, and Baba Yaga Patience. These sweet little crosses here, and then also, so I was like, I'm not sure what what this is going to be about, but then the next cards in the deck was Spiritual Transformation, Share Your Gift, Expand Your Consciousness, and Intuitive Awakening. So indeed, my dears, these are about your spiritual transformations and the gifts that are either expanding or opening for the first time for you, okay? So as usual, if you're drawn to more than one group, that's fine. It could pertain to past, present, or future goings on in that department. And what else here? I'm going to set these to the side. Could talk about you and people around you as well, because I know there's some people here who have siblings who have some of the same, you know, obviously the same bloodline that's going on. So and I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle on camera today. So these fell out, and I feel like it's 1, 2, and 3. Get some more ideas here. One, 2, 3. There's a freaking train coming again. All these first 3 decks that I'm pulling from are by the same lady, Rebecca Lynn Campbell. I don't remember the names of the decks, but they're beautiful cards. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Mintaka and Longing for Home, belonging the original Lightworkers. All right, groups, if you have been longing to go home, but you're not necessarily, you're like, I am home. Technically, I am home, right? Advice and guidance. I like it when they flip out, but sometimes it just takes too long. So I've had to resort to this little thing right here. Manifestation deck. Both of those are for group 2. And then this one. This one. This is really going to be in depth too, so you might want to buckle up for the long ride here. Group 1, please. A card for group 1 on their spiritual gifts, awakening, and abilities. Group 1, group 1, group 1, group 1. Spiritual gifts and abilities, what they need to know right now. I think it was this one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just going to let that train come on through. I'm not going to pause it, okay? You can hit that little fast forward for 10 seconds if you'd like. Group 3, please. Can we get one more for group 3? Let's go with you. On the bottom of the deck, I've got Earth Magic. Getting grounded is essential for us. I'd like to try to incorporate as many decks as I can. I've got so many different beautiful decks to use, you know. I'll just love them all. Should just pick one card from each deck, huh? Then it'd be like a 5-hour read. Okay, and then we're going to see what kind of spirit animals you can work with as well. That would be a good idea for you to call upon. Now, you'll have to Google the deeper meaning behind them, of course, but that's okay, right? 2, group 3. All right, and I heard go the distance. loves. I'll be right back with group 1. All right, group 1, for those of you that chose a sweet friendship refreshes the soul. That's just so sweet, isn't it? I love that. So, or maybe you went by Apollo, divine messages here. Speaking of, I'm going to get the book out on old Apollo here. He popped up in my path yesterday. 39. All right, signs are being sent to light your path. Pay attention to the whispers of spirit. All right, and I do have to point out these cards earlier if you weren't here for the intro. I was like, what am I going to make it? What is this pick a card about? And spiritual transformation, gift, expand your consciousness, and intuitive awakening came out. So we're indeed, and maybe those are some deities or someone you've been prompted to work with as well. Ooh, it's thundering and storming here. And then at the last moment before I changed my little back cloth and everything, this card, I decided to pull from one more deck. And this card was on the bottom of the deck. Guidance from Spirit. Awareness above your head. Spirit is communicating with you and giving you support. Group 1, you guys have a lot of beings around you. You certainly do. I'm going to put this over here, though, because you guys have your own card here. There's a lot of beings. You were maybe wondering which god or goddess to work with. Maybe you're wanting to work with somebody different instead of the angels or your actual spirit team. I think there's a harp on his necklace, by the way. Apollo is the multifaceted Greek god of light and prophecy. He was a great musician and ruled over poetry, dance, archery, illness, medicine, oracles, and the sun. Apollo held the gift of prophecy. His oracle at Delphi was the greatest in the ancient world, consulted by the wealthiest and most influential people in Greece. From inside the temple, a priestess called the Pythia would channel Apollo's sacred messages, and priests wrote them down. The temple still stands on Mount Parnassus. I don't know how to say that. Parnassus today? I feel really illiterate right now. Okay, don't fucking judge me. Apollo is a conduit for divine guidance and sacred signs. His symbols include the wolf, dolphin, swan, laurel crown, golden lyre, and silver bow. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hold this up for you in case any of those caught your attention. You could rewind and pause it if you need to and screenshot. Wake up, the divine realms are communicating with you. Sweeping in upon his shining chariot, Apollo comes to illuminate the stream of heavenly messages. All right, so your invocation for Apollo can be this. Place your hands on your heart and say, Apollo, help me interpret the language of spirit. Thank you, Apollo, for helping me interpret the language of spirit. I think I just invoked him, actually. Interpret, I can't say it. Interpret it kindly and trust yourself. Make a sign journal, record your divine messages, and notice reoccurring themes. You may have had significant past life experiences at the Delphic Oracle. You'll soon receive a valuable oracle card reading or intuitive session. Follow a career path in music. So you could be really drawn to like writing lyrics or even poetry is what I'm feeling here. Could be doing poetry, but we've got a lot of cards, so let's get cracking. Thanks, Apollo. Thanks for being there for us. Cultivate joy. See the blessings. Follow your bliss. Positivity and openness, and sometimes following our bliss can be a little scary. Heart chakra. She's got bees flying around her here too. I think those are sunflowers around her. Build on solid ground. So following bliss and building on solid ground. Trying to figure out which one was going to go next here. I think we'll be getting a storyline before long. Be real, full moon and Aquarius. So this next full moon is going to prompt you. It's really, you might be on the edge of accepting your abilities, or even on the edge of realizing that you in fact do have them yourself, because we do have intuitive awakening over here. So following your intuition, that's an ability all in itself, right? Follow your bliss and try to stay positive no matter what, especially if there are people working against you or like being very obvious. What else about their spiritual gifts though? Family matters. So these spiritual gifts are inherited. They are in your bloodline. Your children might be sensitive. Children can be kind of stubborn too, right? I think that's what you're doing, group 1. That might be one of your innate gifts, was you've always been able to see the positive side of things and the good in people. And you've always been able to be real and build from a firm foundation. Let's see what this animal spirit is. Mousy, you're overlooking some important details, so pay closer attention to what's going on. And I'm being guided back to the kiddos in the house. There could be something that... So kids are kind of like us. They're not sure how to express or communicate their emotions and feelings, and we're not really good at communicating our needs either, right? Pandora's gift. Okay, so for group 1, you may have the sense of not wanting to open your spiritual abilities or really tap into them because you might feel like it's opening Pandora's box, but this is like they are gifts, okay? They weren't given to you. I know intuitive awareness and being completely open and being able to see the truth in everything can be hard sometimes. It can be really hard. Makes you want to just be tiny and out of sight, right? And also, okay, so you're overlooking some important details. I put that under divine messages. So there could be something... Let's get a few more cards on that. Can we get clarity on this overlooking the divine messages? Curiosity is going to get the better of you. Giving into your curiousness. Asking questions. So there's, you know, people would like to say it's being nosy, but honestly it's just curiosity, right? There's an ending to something. Maybe you've been extremely curious about your spiritual gifts or abilities. There's this need that you're unlearning the belief system around these spiritual gifts and abilities. Even you watching this read could be considered taboo almost on how you were brought up. It's not Pandora's box, okay? We've got build on solid ground and security, so this could be part of your life purpose, part of your, also just part of your soul growth. Let's keep going here. A tall tale. Kids like to tell tall tales, don't they? I'm really guided to get the friggin' books again. Number 35. So let's see what that one is. But also, you see how he's like, I feel like this is kind of depicting like outside of the box. He's on top of the hat instead of a hat on him. He's on top of the hat. So seeing from a higher perspective, a different perspective, seeing through a different lens, taking that mask off, not being ashamed, not being scared to try to spread positivity and openness and oneness. The need to be real is essential here. And maybe it's just you needing to be real within the dynamics of your household. Your friendship circle or your family. Okay, so a tall tale, the key concepts is denial, concealing the truth so you can manipulate and control a situation, fear-based communication, creating a narrative to hide behind, not allowing the fear of what others will think to influence your words, learning to communicate from a place of authenticity. All those signify to be real, to be open. It's like they need you to stop concealing the truth, unlearning the narrative behind the fear-based or the influences. You or someone else is telling a tall tale right now. You always know if a falsehood is spoken because it doesn't feel grounded. That's so crazy because you're overlooking some important details and build on solid ground. Okay, when you lie, you get high on an illusory sense of power that is doomed to fail at some point. You feel driven by the fear of exposure, but something makes you stick to your story even though you know it has no substance. Whatever lie we are caught up in isn't as important as the motive for it. Why does anyone lie? Perhaps we don't believe the truth is good enough, or we want to keep doing what we know we shouldn't be doing. Then there is the lie put forth while in denial, such as hiding an act of addiction. In this scenario, we may believe our own lies. The tall tale, the white lie, the stretching of the truth, and the blatant fabrication are all about control. The desire for it, the lack of it, the need to maintain it so we can manipulate the outer world and hide our inner one. Today, ask for the truth. Be willing to pay the price and be okay with vulnerability. Your lie is exposing in yourself and others. Transparency is required to get where you need to go, to be truly empowered, to reveal the strength of what is true and authentic. Any other path leads to a dead end. Remember the saying, the truth will set you free. Again, get ready to fly unfettered. Well, so group one, that can either be you or someone you're dealing with. Could be dealing with a kiddo in the home who, you know, you ask how school was today or something and they say it was fine or whatever. You know, maybe looking deeper into that, however this resonates for you, okay? It's going to be different for everybody, but get curious about the situation. If you feel like, I just realized that is Pinocchio too. If you feel like somebody isn't being honest with you, they're probably really not being honest with you. And that might be what your intuitive awakening is. You might be able to like hear and see the truth and everything super clearly right now. Channeling. I know it gets stressful when this happens because it happens to me a lot when we're able to see the truth and everything. You might even be reading people on a subconscious level and they might be doing and saying things that they don't even realize the meaning behind it. The book meaning talked about the motives behind, right? So channeling that, it can give us anxiety and a little bit of stress. So channeling that into a creative endeavor, okay? Also paying attention, maybe looking up the moon signs of yourself or the individual that you're dealing with. You could be realizing this too in reflection on something in prior instances. This is for the betterment of your well-being. It is essential for you to speak this truth, stand in this truth. It'll help you be real, but it's essential for your growth right now. This card mentioned something about denial as well, so it's like if you keep hitting a block, there could be something you're in denial about though. But it is up to you to take that leap and make that decision for your own well-being. Sometimes we like to cut corners and white lie and stretch things for a sense of efficiency just because we think it's making it easier for everybody involved, and that's not the case anymore. The truth shall set you free, and allowing radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment, so what's needed can come next. I don't know where I'm going to put you. Be real and allow. If you're the one that was in denial and you had the habit of white lying or fibbing a little bit or exaggerating, Spirit said there's a second chance. It's never too late and new possibilities will be opening up to you. There might be just this sense of standing in it and admitting when you were wrong, or admitting and fessing up to when you weren't being completely honest and truthful. And just in doing that, I mean, if you can do it and let the other person know, great. But if it's a sense of you not really being truthful with yourself and having those walls of denial around something about yourself, then all you need to do is just stand up and acknowledge that that's what was going on. It could be something that easy to break that and release that chain on that cycle. Cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. So there's something here that's really made you like the bottom of the barrel kind of thing. And then I've got double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. So you definitely come from the stars. You've got, maybe you've heard the word starseed a lot. Could have heard the word starseed a lot. Light worker. You're here to help to heal yourself and to go through these lessons, but you're also here to help heal your family, the people who are close to you, your collective, and also to be that light in the dark for other people after you heal yourself. Surrender to the alchemy of life. And then we've got allowing over here. Clean it up. So needing to cleanse your aura. Okay. Cleansing. Because cleansing and balancing and healing your chakras could be really beneficial to you right now. I've got clean it up. There could be some things in the house, old material items that need to be gotten rid of as well. But then I've got between worlds here. And in cleansing and aligning your chakras, it's like it's going to help you come out. You're really fogged in with some things, group one. It's like you might not have a clear knowing of situations around you. Maybe that's the complete opposite for group one. Maybe you're usually super intuitive and super aware and you're not really picking anything up here lately. She's got the crown. She's got the crown on her here. There's a crown right here at the bottom of this, a tall tail. And this card is number 3, and so is this one. And then we've got you may be asking why. Why do I keep getting the message of radical acceptance? Why do I get the messages of clearing and cleansing my chakras? It's because it's going to help you with that truth. It's going to help you open up to the truth, and it's going to uncage something. It's going to set you free, essentially, and it's going to catapult you into the next level of where you're supposed to be going on this spiritual path of yours. Maybe this is the sense of, maybe you've kind of been in denial about your spiritual gifts. And there's this, you almost can't deny it anymore. You've got one foot there and one foot here. So now it's time to take off the mask. We've got 2 cards here with a mask with no face behind it and this little owl here. It's so cute. It's essential for your well-being because you could be feeling extreme guilt in holding this back and not being real about it. There's a change in the wind coming. That's another number 3 card. I'm going to cut the deck here. Yeah, you're mending something right now. Could be from the past. Could be from your childhood. Could be with someone from your childhood. The land of milk and honey. Abundance is yours. Okay, and now is the time. Another number 3 card. 3333. Now is time for you to accept and allow. Quit telling yourself these tall tales. Making excuses, actually, I think. It's like, and we're really good at it too. It becomes second nature to us sometimes, group one. Cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. This is all I have for you, group one. Love and light. All right, group 2, for those of you that chose this sweet little cross, or maybe you chose Pele, whatever, light your fire. You could be a fire sign, that might be, or have prominent fire placements in your chart. That might be why you were drawn to it. And I'm actually noticing that she's got the same thing on her crown as Apollo does. So you might have been drawn to more than one group. Anytime you were drawn to more than one group, or you're like, I can't make up my mind between 1 and 3 or 2 and 3 or whatever, it's probably because there's a fucking message in both of them for you. Okay, that's probably there for both of you. For a message for both of you. Let's see what Pele says. Pele. I don't freaking know. Peel. Page 135. Channel your creative and emotional passion. Get energized. Okay, so it tells me how it's pronounced. Pele. She's the passionate goddess of volcanoes and fire who created the Hawaiian Islands. Pele explodes into your world today with volcanic force and searing heat. So be prepared to be shaken and stirred. You may have been doing a good job at keeping a lid on your emotions and passions, but something might be about to erupt. As long as you channel them positively, you can boldly let your fiery feelings and creative juices flow. The additional meaning says express and explore your sexuality in safe ways. Channel your anger creatively to create positive change through writing, art, physical movement, campaigning, public speaking, and so forth. Respectfully visit and support Hawaii's sacred cultural sites. Could do maybe maybe you've been doing some research on volcanoes and Hawaii. The invocation for this card is, I express intense energy in positive ways. I embrace the fire within. And here's the rest of the book meaning too, if you're curious. I just wasn't drawn to read it. Okay. Express the fire within. Could be some new passions igniting too, or reignition and passion. Group 2's spiritual abilities. Let's see what this card says. Pay attention, heightened awareness, see the signs, spirit guidance. I love that. I pulled these cards at the last moment too. She's blowing a feather too. You could be finding feathers. But over here it's got guidance from spirit, awareness above your head. Spirit is communicating and giving support. And then of course we've got those. I'll set them there so you can see them. Could have a lot of determination in trying to see the signs. Going for your dreams. Go for your dreams. You're wanting to go see the Eiffel Tower. You want to travel across country. You want to hike across country. Whatever it is that you're envisioning and imagining for yourself. Maybe you're wanting to go visit sacred sites. Doesn't have to be the Hawaiian sacred sites, right? Stonehenge is coming to mind. And also Arizona. The Antarctic too as well. Let's see what your spirit animal is. Oh, look, the spider. Trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. And they were just talking about writing stories here in that book meaning. Ooh, I love it for you. I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to get all these cards out and then we'll see what the storyline is for you. Inner trust. Yeah. Trusting that urge. It's like, I don't know why, but I just got the urge to buy these paintbrushes and blank canvases the other day. Or, you know, there's reason behind it. Wish upon a star. Okay, so that's coming out under pay attention. See the signs. Okay, so you may have been asking questions involving your spiritual gifts or your soul purpose, your life purpose here. And your spirit team is saying, try to be aware because they're going to be sending you messages if they haven't been already. This could be, also we've got wish upon the star, and then we've got like this galaxy scene around her, constellations. There's astrology here. Astrology, numerology. After the rain, silver lining, relief, hope, mercy. It's over, acceptance. I'm going to get more on these. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. That's what I've just been trying to do here lately. I'm trying to be that person in people's lives that I wished I had had in my life. From childhood up until this whole awakening thing. Could be seeing rainbows too. Rainbows might be of significance to you. Or maybe you saw a rainbow recently. And we've got boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? I think this is boundaries for your own well-being, group 2. Boundaries for yourself, with yourself. Yeah, because look, we've got this girl here, Love, holding her hand over her heart. She's holding her hand over her heart. It's like heart chakra activation. Heart chakra healing. You might surprise yourself, group 2, in setting these boundaries with people around you, saying no. Crown chakra activation here too. You could be feeling the need to veil yourself also. Oh yeah, it says after the rain, and there's a rainbow right there. It's been raining here in Oklahoma too. And look, oh my gosh, there's a little... Do you see that feather? And she's blowing a feather here, and it's like she's blowing it into the next card. That's so crazy how that falls like that. You have a lot of loving energy around you. You might be actually seeing like pink misty things, or a lot of pink when you close your eyes. Third eye. I almost said third star activation, so you might have been looking into your soul star chakra as well. If group 2, if you're actively trying to open your gifts and hone them, the clearing of the soul star and the earth star would help you. Take inspired action. Maybe that's what you're needing to take inspired action towards, is cleansing and honing those gifts and abilities and clearing your mind. Okay, and then we've got pay attention. So practicing mindfulness. You can do this. You can develop present moment awareness by simply focusing, but it's kind of hard, especially if you're used to being up in your head and chattering and worrying, and if you've got a lot of stress and anxiety you're holding on to inside of your head. So clear your mind. The last quarter moon, you might want to look into that phase and see how it works with your moon sign. Detaching. With detachment, you finally feel whole inside, with or without the fulfillment of a particular desire. Ironically, that's when it's fulfilled. So, yeah, that's what they look like. They look like they feel whole inside, right? Releasing the attachment to a desired outcome. Crown chakra here and here. Crown chakra. Depicting crown chakra. That's what veiling is, I think. Success is assured with good plans and hard work. So in this endeavor, whatever it is you're wanting to strive towards, you're healing your psychic abilities, healing your energy centers, healing yourself, your emotions, money, love, whatever it is, you've got success. It's like you're sitting on that golden egg. Again, we've got victory in some endeavor. If there was a situation you were wanting to go towards and you keep getting blocked, or things keep falling through and it keeps getting stopped, or it's not, you know, like you feel like your path keeps turning, this could be a need to center and ground yourself and align your chakras, because this will indeed help very much so. I'm feeling like someone might have felt like going outside and playing in the rain too when it was raining earlier. There's a silver lining though. calling upon those angels and those spirit team when you need the help, when you're feeling or sensing that blockage, asking them to help you see what you need to do or what you need to detach yourself from. So the need to take, I was eyeballing that, trust the creative spark, express it through writing stories, and then I felt the need to cut this deck, and look what we've got here. She's holding a pen. Take pen to paper. This will help you. Oh, this could be a channeling source for you too. Have you heard of automatic writing? That might be something you want to look into. I keep looking at the cage on this card over here too. There might be some sort of significance to somebody with that. Cage and egg. Maybe you're thinking about getting chickens or a bird. Atlantis is coming to mind too with this card right here. Oh, Spirit is helping light your fire, helping to light your creative spark. Something's over with, so it's now time to start setting boundaries, holding that love and compassion, seeing the silver lining, and taking inspired action. This could be involving something around, maybe if you do journal from time to time, going back and seeing, or if you did do like a manifesting script, go back and see what you wrote. And then look back at the, maybe reflecting back on what was going on or what fell through or what's over with now. Yeah, we've got ideas preserved, non-action entitlement. So it's like you're sleeping on something, group 2. Could be doing a lot of work in the astral plane too. There's that little owl again. But putting your ideas on paper too. These creative sparks of ideas that you're getting. Trust yourself. Even if it's like 2 in the morning, I'm really bad about this, to not want to get up and go write something down. I have a few times, and I'll even open my phone sometimes and voice memo it into my little notes app. Joyful activity, celebration of life and abundance. So there's something that's going to come along. There's a need to celebrate life too. Have an essential love for the life and the things and the beings around you, and for yourself, group 2. Star ancestor, following the voice of your soul. So indeed, something significant with the stars here. There's little stars on this card also. Star bathing is a thing, just like you can go sunbathe. Star bathing is a thing. That might be something you're wanting to do or have been hearing about. Anything else? I was drawn to reach over and pull an angel message card. So final message for group loved one in heaven. Thank you, loved ones in heaven, for drawing close at this time. And the ancestor card came out as well. So I feel like, look at these 2 cards. They're very similar, huh? I think that's supposed to be Mother Mary right there also, but if you feel more comfortable interacting or speaking or asking your past on loved ones and your ancestors for help, by all means, continue to do so. But crown chakra activation depicts intuitive awareness, third eye opening. You're going to be able to make decisions quicker and easier. Having that inner trust, knowing that whatever decision you make is the right decision at that time. You cannot make a wrong decision. Because later on, if you're going, well, I can, because now I made decisions and I regret. So not holding on to that regret and trying to see what you were supposed to learn from and why it happened. See through the lens of love. We've got 2 love cards here. We're all in this together. It's okay to ask questions. That's kind of what I was just saying, huh? What you were supposed to learn from. Something will heal your sacral, inner child healing there, and it will happen swiftly and painlessly. So group 2, your ability right now Have patience and faith. Don't force it or try to control it either. We just got to go with the flow. When we try to control things, we essentially push them further away from us. So maybe that's what you're needing, to detach yourself. Healing your heart. Exactly. But intuitive awareness is a gift all in its own. And call upon your spirit guides for help. So they're just validating what I was saying earlier. Call upon your spirit guides or call upon God. And maybe seeking out a shaman or medicine man or woman too to help you. Reiki energy healing comes to mind as well. Group 2, this is all I have for you. Until next time, love and light. Alright, last but not least, group 3. I don't know if I should have done this read today. I'm feeling like kind of drained and really tired. So anyways, faith over fear. And then we've got patience. Group 3 and their spiritual abilities. We've got a wolf over here. So you might be like, you like to run alone most of the time, but every now and then you join back up with your pack. And she's holding, oh, I guess it's a berry, but I thought it was like the red pill, you know, the red pill or the blue pill in the Matrix. Don't mind my awful chipping nail polish, by the way. Faith over fear. Faith over fear and having patience. Let's start with this one. Blessings. Blessings coming towards you. Counting the blessings in your life. Acknowledging. Let's get your spirit animal here. The falcon. Act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. So just know that if something ended for you, it was making room for this new opportunity and this new blessing to come in. Expanding your consciousness. If we can't be happy with what we have right now and realize that we do have the resources that we need to keep trudging down this road, this path that we're on, like you might keep stuck in the same loop over and over. I know we have a tendency to say, oh, I'll be so happy when this happens, and I'll be so happy and relieved when this happens. But the point of it is to be happy with what you have been blessed with in your life right now. At this moment, let's see what this card is. Ooh. Emotional storm. Practice allowing. This too shall pass. Could you let it go? Would you let it go? Having patience with the universe, with yourself. That kind of reminded me of like a little spaceship. So you might really be into the alien aspect of things, UFOs and abduction documentaries as well. There is a new documentary out and it's called Alien Abduction Answers. FYI. Practice allowing. See how she's got her hands cupped and open, and her hands are cupped and open. Their hands are open. If we're not practicing patience, then essentially it's like if you don't have patience and you don't have faith over that fear, you're in like this. It's like your spiritual energies are blocked. You literally have fists blocking your spiritual energies. What's this one? The wake-up call. So something was a wake-up call. Something, this emotional storm, whether there was something that caused the emotional storm, is supposed to be your wake-up call. This is setting things into motion for you. Shock of the new. Did you hear that thunder? As I said, shock of the new. We've got the throat chakra depicted here. Musical inspiration, creativity going on here, but also like this sense there's high heart chakra and then there's the throat chakra, like shock of the new. You could be delivering shocking news or receiving shocking news. This shocking truth and news could be what causes the emotional storm. Could be something that you need to let go. This is nothing to do with your spiritual gifts. Manifestations. Blockages and manifestations. Look, Close Encounters. Oh my gosh, like that movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind mentioned those what looked like the spaceship right there, but it's like you're still caged up, group 3. Like you are, this too shall pass. It was your wake-up call, and you it was to, even though you can't see it now, the silver lining, and it happened for a reason. Yeah, new inspiration, new ideas coming in. Those sunflowers are pretty, aren't they? You might be seeing falcons or hawks too. Sense of duality, past life healing here, relationship healing, cycles, rest and rejuvenation. Let's see what these other cards are so we get a bigger storyline. See the bigger picture. That's funny. As I was saying, see a bigger storyline. See the bigger picture. So seeing the bigger picture behind the reason in things. If you need help seeing it or catching a hold of it, ask that spirit team. Because it's like this butterfly is completely formed already, but she's still caged in, right? And there's this little butterfly here waiting for the door to open. You're transforming, and the blockages or whatever it is happening for a reason. It's like you've been doing the work behind it. You've put in hard work, but there's still something there. Let's see what this card is. Yeah, there's like this need to always defend and be defensive, and like this feeling of having to fight for things. Was there something about releasing fear here? No, not in this group. There is practicing patience though. Like this guy right here, he's ready to push other people over and step on who he needs to step to get to the top. Defensiveness, anger. She's surrendered. This came out in reverse though. Emotional storm, exactly. That's exactly what that is right there. What's on the bottom of the deck here? And this is what you want, emotional fulfillment. Like we said, like, oh, I'll be happy when this happens. I'll be happy when these blessings come in. I'll have peace when those blessings come in. I'll be able to give to other people when those blessings come in, but you got to be happy with it right now. You got to be happy with what you've got in your life right now. Delusion. Intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. Intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. That's exactly it right there, group 3. The manifestations or the blessings that you're trying to pray for into your life, you haven't surrendered fully. You haven't given it over. That's why your big beautiful butterfly is still caged over, because it's the non-surrender part of it. What are these cards? Sophia. Divine plan, wisdom, intelligence within, destiny. Trust that there is a divine plan behind all of this. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Big. Look at that. Okay. Pleiades energy. Visionary. Inspired ideas. We've got inspiration right here. Messages are repeating themselves. Shock of the news. So you might be kind of shocked to find out, since we've got Pleiades energy here, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, those movies, the little alien, the UFO here. You might be shocked to realize that you could work with galactic beings. Maybe it's not your spirit team that you're needing to reach out to and get in touch with. Maybe it's these point of contact, making point of contact. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Excuse me. So this idea had come to mind. You might have already heard this message before, but like not relying on outside influences. Don't let other people tell you what they think is good for you. Only you know what's good for you. Following, having patience. It's time to start listening to yourself, your inner guidance. Let's see what other messages we've got. Fan, romance, celebration, and party. So there may be a need to like get out of your head, go hang out with friends, go to an event, do something different, get out of the house. Torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. This is what, that could be what the niggle feeling is telling you. Do you resist your gifts? Are you aware that you have spiritual gifts and you just resist them maybe? Intention without surrender. So it's easy for us to say, yeah, I have faith, but then whenever we go to make our decisions, they're fear-based. So indeed, you do not have faith if you make your decisions out of fear. Crown chakra. The honor and respect will come to you. So there could be a need of needing honor and respect in your household, with co-workers, peers, friends. There was disappointment in some affair. We've got the scissors here, so that disappointment could have been your wake-up call. The need to cut negative energy cords that were connected with that situation. The name Sophia might mean something to you. A leg up. Spirit's helping you to give a leg up, stepping into a new experience. And this could be spiritual. This could be the opportunity that's coming towards you to, maybe you, an opportunity coming towards you to use your spiritual gifts. Side hustles. Barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So which one is it, group 3? Where are you lacking in your life? Disappointment in a friend or lover. And then we've got the lovers right here. And then we've got romance right there. Let's get you an archetype card. See what that says. Trickster. Transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. Shadow attribute. Manipulating others through duplicity. There's a top hat. Group 2 had a card with a top hat. If you were drawn to group 2. There are spirals here. Your ego could be a little bit of a trickster, group 3. Indeed, indeed. Have faith, the future is bright. Dreams do come true. Positive changes that bring an end to challenging times. The light at the end of the tunnel. Controlling, independent. There's nothing you cannot do. Believe in yourself, group 3. Never underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true. The need for balance between career and personal life. The need for balance between spirituality and practicality. For others, you're falling in love or there's a resurgence of a romantic relationship. Forgiveness and the end of challenges. Exchanging gifts. Don't give up on people you love, including yourself. You need to have more faith in yourself. You don't trust yourself, group 3. If you don't trust yourself, how can the universe trust you in giving you what you think you need and deserve, right? If you don't trust yourself. If you're not following the inner guidance that your higher self is trying to show you. Trying to lead you to. When that fork in the road comes up, it's like it's a never-ending story. It's always a cycle. It's always something around this situation. Tired, lonely, out in the cold. You're just wanting the milk of land and honey. The milk of land and honey. The land of honey and milk. A good community around you. A good support system. Truth be told. Group 1 got that card, I think, too. Something about inner child here too. Orphaned card is in my past lives deck also, so that might be something from a past life instance that's cycled over into this life. Group 2 had a lot about heart healing, and there's a heart in that glass, in that hourglass. And then we've got loyal heart here. Your community is your significant other. That might be, maybe you're getting messages about focusing on home and somebody in the home. Yeah, it's time to get to work. On what, Spirit? What do they need to get to work on? Huh, look at that. Oh my gosh, a leg up. Didn't I say that earlier? That's exactly, this card came to mind when this card came out. How funny. Getting a leg up. So there's something around a cycle that is ending. The blockages are going to be removed, okay? You're going to be receiving a message about this. It could be a slow incoming message. And slowly but surely, as you're going through this healing still, the puzzle pieces are going to start fitting together for you and start making sense, okay? Hang in there. It's not time to go home just yet. You may be feeling this need or sense of longing for home, but you're like literally standing in your house right now, maybe. And, it's like you're fed up. Could be a never-ending story about the dynamics in your home too. Peace. All you want is peace. There's that dove with that whatever that little branch was. I can't remember what it is right now. I'm kind of tired. Also, be mindful of the people around you in your household. It could be something you're needing to look into a little closer. But new life. This is a catalyst for the new life for you. There's something that you've shed. Stop doubting yourself, group 3. You gotta stop doubting yourself because you are full of wisdom. You have a ton of sacred knowledge inside of you. And if you can't, you know, see the firm foundation with the home that you're standing in, right? All your abundance, all your blessings and prosperity that you have, the achievements that you've overcame thus far. And after that is when prosperity begins, right? There's a key somewhere. You're the one that has the key. You have the key for yourself, group 3. Now it's the time to take action towards those things, though. It's like, could be towards something to do, like, I was feeling that here, like, if you're in union with somebody, your significant your divine counterpart, they hold the key for you. Paying attention. Because it's like they'll be able to tell you what you're not seeing. And you might have been scared about asking for advice on that matter because you don't want to hear the truth. And we've got that truth shock of the new. So you could have been avoiding that but your ego is being very deceitful with you. Okay? You've got to stop letting that fear overcome. It's time for a new strategy. Again, there's with the journaling too. Yeah, clearing that third eye chakra. having a complete knowing. Don't be scared of your spiritual gifts, okay? It's time. You have a sacred contract on this earth to do this. This is what you came back to do for yourself, okay? Like, we've got anxiety in reverse and woman holding coin. So you're having a lot of worries around money woes. We're making a big mess here, and we're just going to keep going. I was going to stop, but fear, worry, concern. This could be the emotional upheaval around that situation. Oh. I wonder if you picked group 3, love, broken heart. Yeah, it really put a knife in you, this whole situation. But it was the temple path. It was for your own good. And on the bottom of the deck, I've got, I just cut the deck, caring connection, something with your significant other. Something has to do with something in this with your significant other. The healing, the situation, because we've got loyal heart here, caring fucking connections, man holding heart, and the woman holding coin. Maybe that needs to be reversed. It needs to be man holding coin and woman holding heart, because this could be your blockage. You could have that blockage in that heart chakra, and that could be blocking you from your manifestations and your other stuff that you're trying to bring in. Community again. Got 2 community cards. There's 3 ladies here. Don't be afraid to reach out to your community for help. You've got that, plus you've got your significant other, right? Thinking a lot. There's something that's needing balanced here, though. It's like when we try too hard, it gets harder to see the bigger picture. When we try to force things to happen, we try to control situations and outcomes, it fogs us in even more. There is victory in that. You will have victory in the situation. Maybe that's what needs to be let go. Envy and jealousy. There's some kind of attachment that you need to release yourself from. I can't tell you what that is, though. It's up to you to figure that one out on your journey. It's like a lot of extra baggage here. Whoa. The thinking woman. That fear. Because we got faith over fear. Root chakra. Still, okay? Because this is... That's going to happen for you, okay? There's, again, balancing. So balancing your feminine and masculine energy as well. Then we've got the throat chakra again. Archangel Gabriel. Group 3, this is all I have for you, my loves. Love and light.